Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going deep on AI. All things AI.
Right.
Specifically, what's making waves right now. January 18th, 2025, to be exact. You've given us a goldmine of news and discussions from across the web, Twitter, Reddit, Discord, you name it. New models are dropping, funding's going through the roof, users getting hilariously frustrated. We've got it all. Ready to decode this AI whirlwind with me?
Absolutely. It does feel like every day there's a new breakthrough or controversy. Let's see what gems we can unearth for our listener today.
All right, let's dive in. First up, DeepSeek V3. This model is creating quite a buzz. With its 671 billion parameters, it's supposedly outperforming big names like Llama 3.1
Wow.
and GPT-4o, especially when it comes to coding and math. But here's the kicker. It's incredibly affordable.
What's fascinating is how this affordability changes the game. We're seeing a trend towards greater accessibility in AI, and DeepSeek V3 is a prime example. This could be a game changer for smaller developers, startups, researchers who previously couldn't afford to experiment with these powerful models.
So instead of AI development being dominated by a few big players with deep pockets, we could see a more diverse and innovative landscape emerge.
Exactly. This accessibility could fuel a wave of new applications and ideas that we haven't even thought of yet. Of course, some users on Reddit are saying that DeepSeek V3 might lack the finesse of some of the higher-priced models, particularly for tasks that demand a nuanced touch.
It makes you wonder, is this a sign of things to come? Will we see open source models eventually catching up to or even surpassing the performance of those pricey proprietary models? What do you think, listener? Is this the dawn of a new era of AI or just a temporary blip?
Speaking of big players shaking things up, GPT-5 is on the horizon,
Ooh.
scheduled for launch on April 27th, 2023, according to the AI Grapevine on Twitter.
This is where things get really interesting. How do you think GPT-5 will impact the scene, especially with DeepSeek V3 making waves? Is this going to be an epic showdown of AI titans?
OpenAI has consistently raised the bar with each iteration of GPT. It wouldn't be surprising if GPT-5 redefines the capabilities.
Of large language models, potentially shifting the balance of power.
But amidst all this progress, it feels like we're also hearing more and more stories about AI, well, messing up.
It's true, we're seeing more reports about what we call AI misalignment. It's this gap between what we want AI to do and what it actually does, like that Reddit post, where someone's AI assistant is obsessed with Arsenal football.
Oh, yeah?
It wouldn't stop sending reminders for matches and news, no matter how many times the user tried to cancel them.
That's kind of hilarious, but also a little unnerving. It makes you think, if AI can't even handle a simple task, like canceling reminders, what happens when we entrust it with more complex decisions?
Yeah, exactly. And on a more serious note, there are growing concerns about security vulnerabilities. Specifically, we're seeing reports of things like CSRF and prompt injection attacks targeting AI chatbots. This emphasizes the critical need for robust security measures. As AI becomes more embedded in our digital life, it feels like we're in uncharted territory. With all this amazing progress happening alongside these potential pitfalls, it seems almost reckless, given the huge amounts of money flooding into AI right now.
That's true. The funding frenzy is in full swing. Cursor IDE just secured a massive $105 million to further develop their coding platform.
Wow.
They're focusing on enhancing their code generation features and expanding the range of models they support.
And they're not alone. AnySphere also raked in $105 million for their own AI-powered coding tools. They're promising to revolutionize coding automation, making life easier for millions of programmers. It's like an AI gold rush.
And speaking of popular AI coding tools,
Yeah.
Aider, another AI coding assistant, just hit 25,000 stars on GitHub. It's clear there's a huge appetite for AI-powered tools that can help us code faster, smarter, and more efficiently.
All this investment and development begs the question, listener. Where are you most excited about AI's potential? Is it this revolution in coding, the promise of personalized medicine, or something else entirely?
It's definitely exciting to witness the sheer speed of innovation, especially in AI training and model development. We saw that incredible NanoGPT speedrun, where they trained a model in under 3 minutes for a measly 40 cents.
It really highlights how we're pushing the boundaries of what's possible. And it's not just about speed. We're seeing groundbreaking advancements in model architectures, too. Take Google's Titans, for example. They're using dynamic submodels to address the limitations of traditional transformers in handling long sequences of information.
What's remarkable about Titans is that it could significantly improve AI's ability to process and understand large, complex data sets This could be transformative for fields that rely on extracting meaning from vast amounts of information, like natural language processing,
Hmm.
code generation, and even scientific research.
So instead of just throwing more data at the problem, we're actually building AI that's smarter and more efficient at processing that data. That's a game changer.
Huh? Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there's another model that's causing quite a stir, Minimax O1. It's been praised for its ability to handle those extended sequences we were talking about,
Yeah.
but it takes a different approach. Minimax O1 unifies different attention mechanisms within the model, which allows it to process information more efficiently.
So it's like we're seeing a convergence of different approaches to AI development, with each model pushing the boundaries in its own way. It's almost like an evolutionary process, with the best ideas and techniques being combined and refined over time.
Exactly. And these advancements in model architecture are laying the groundwork for a whole new generation of AI-powered developer tools.
Speaking of which, there's Tracer AI, which promises to automate even more complex tasks within code bases. It integrates seamlessly with platforms like Cursor AI, streamlining the development process even further.
What's interesting about Tracer AI is that it goes beyond simple code generation. It can actually analyze and understand the structure and logic of a code base, allowing it to automate things like generating implementation plans. This could free up developers to focus on more strategic and creative aspects of their work.
So less time spent on tedious tasks and more time for innovation and problem solving. Sounds like a developer's dream come true. What other tools are catching your eye?
Codeium just released Windsurf Wave 2, the latest iteration of their Cascade platform. This update introduces some intriguing features, including web search capabilities and what they call auto-generated memories.
Auto-generated memories. What in the world is that? It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi novel.
It's pretty cool, actually. Essentially, these auto-generated memories allow the AI to retain context and continuity across different conversations and sessions. So if you're working on a project and need to reference something you discussed earlier, the AI can pull up that information seamlessly, as if it has its own memory of the conversation.
It's like giving these AI tools a persistent memory, making them even more powerful and user-friendly. And with platforms like Sage's MCP Marketplace, deploying these powerful AI tools is becoming easier than ever.
Sage has created a one-click installation process for MCP servlets, making it incredibly easy to integrate AI into various devices and applications. This kind of accessibility is key to driving wider adoption of AI technology.
It's like we're on the verge of an AI revolution, and the tools are becoming more powerful and easier to use every day. Listener, do you use any AI-powered developer tools in your workflow? What features would make these tools even more valuable for you?
While all of these developments are incredibly exciting, it's important to acknowledge that there are efforts to ensure that this AI revolution is inclusive and benefits everyone.
Absolutely. And a great example of that is the Women in AI RGAG hackathon happening in Palo Alto. They're focusing on retrieval augmented generation, or RAG,
Right.
which it combines information retrieval with generative AI. It's really cool stuff.
What's particularly noteworthy about this hackathon is that they're using Zillus, an open source vector database. This underscores the importance of open source collaboration in driving AI innovation and making it accessible to a wider audience.
And this event is more than just a hackathon, right?
Exactly. It's also about fostering a sense of community and providing mentorship opportunities for women in AI. Initiatives like this are crucial for creating a more diverse and inclusive AI landscape, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to contribute to and benefit from this transformative technology.
So listener, as we continue to delve deeper into the world of AI, what steps do you think are crucial for creating a more inclusive and equitable AI landscape? It's a question worth pondering as AI becomes increasingly ingrained in our society.
It's truly inspiring to see these initiatives championing inclusivity in AI. But as with any powerful tool, we need to be mindful of potential downsides. It's like those Reddit threads we see. Users getting tricked up by AI quirks.
Oh, totally. Remember that Reddit post with the AI assistant that was like a die-hard Arsenal fan? The user couldn't get it to stop sending match reminders and news updates.
That's a classic example
Yeah.
of what we call AI misalignment. It highlights a key challenge in the field, making sure AI understands and acts on our intentions. It's not enough for AI to be powerful. It needs to be aligned with human values and goals.
It's almost like AI needs a crash course in human psychology, right? To understand our quirks, our priorities, and those moments when we're just plain fickle. But seriously, if it can't handle something as simple as canceling a reminder, how can we trust it with more complex tasks?
Precisely. And then there's the whole issue of security, those reports about CSRF And prompt injection vulnerabilities in AI chatbots, that's not something to take lightly.
No kidding. It's like we're handing AI the keys to our digital kingdom. But we haven't quite figured out how to change the locks. Security needs to be a top priority, especially with all the investment pouring into AI.
Speaking of investment, it's mind-boggling to see the amount of money flooding into AI companies. Cursor IDE securing $105 million. AnySphere raising the same amount. It's a clear signal that investors are betting big on AI's potential.
It's like an AI gold rush. But with all this money flowing in, the stakes are getting higher. We need to make sure we're not just building AI that's powerful and profitable, but also AI that's ethical and responsible.
I couldn't agree more. And it's not just about the big companies and investors. We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI. Listener, do you feel a sense of responsibility when it comes to AI? Where do you think the line is between innovation and ethical development?
These advancements in training efficiency are mind-blowing. I mean, training a model in under 3 minutes for just 40 cents, like they did with NanoGPT, is incredible. But does this breakneck speed ever worry you?
While it's thrilling to see this rapid progress, it's crucial to balance speed with responsibility. We need to make sure we're not cutting corners when it comes to safety and ethical considerations.
That's a great point. And speaking of balancing, there's a lot of buzz about Google's Titans model architecture. It's fascinating how they're using dynamic submodels to tackle the limitations of transformers, especially when dealing with long sequences of information.
What's exciting about Titans is its potential impact on various fields. Imagine AI systems that can accurately analyze and understand vast amounts of text,
Yeah.
code, or even scientific data. It could revolutionize everything from natural language processing to drug discovery.
It's like giving AI a superpower. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? We need to be mindful of the potential consequences, both positive and negative.
Absolutely. And then there's Minimax-01, which is generating buzz for its unique approach to handling those long sequences. Instead of using dynamic submodels like Titans, Minimax-01 unifies different attention mechanisms within the model.
So it's like different AI models are exploring different paths to achieve the same goal, making AI more powerful and efficient. It's fascinating to see these different approaches emerge and evolve.
And these advancements in model architecture are paving the way for even more sophisticated AI-powered tools.
Speaking of which, there's Tracer AI, which promises to automate even more complex coding tasks. And with its seamless integration with platforms like Cursor AI, which itself just got a huge influx of funding, it seems like AI-assisted coding is about to go mainstream.
It's remarkable how these tools are changing the game for developers, automating tasks that were once incredibly time-consuming. And with Codimem's Windsurf Wave 2, AI-powered coding assistance is becoming even more intuitive and powerful.
Those auto-generated memories still blow my mind. It's like having an AI sidekick that remembers everything you've ever discussed or worked on. It makes AI feel more like a collaborative partner than just a tool.
With platforms like Sage's MCP Marketplace, deploying these AI-powered tools is becoming incredibly easy. One-click installation makes AI accessible to a much wider audience, which is incredibly exciting.
It's like AI is breaking free from the confines of research labs and tech companies, becoming something that anyone can use and benefit from. But as AI becomes more integrated into our lives, it's crucial that we have conversations about its ethical implications.
Absolutely. The Women in AI Hackathon is a great example of an initiative that's not only pushing the boundaries of AI technology, but also fostering diversity and inclusion within the field. These conversations about ethics and responsibility are essential as AI evolves and becomes more powerful.
It's like we're writing the rule book for AI as we go, figuring out how to harness its incredible potential while mitigating its risks.
That's a great analogy, and it's a process that requires input from everyone, not just the experts and developers.
So, listener, what are your thoughts on this? As AI becomes more powerful and integrated into our lives, what ethical considerations do you think are most important? It's like we're all part of this grand experiment figuring out how to build AI that's not just smart, but also wise. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the tools that are making all of this possible. I mean, we've got things like Trace AI, which seems like it could automate practically every coding task under the sun.
It's pretty remarkable how Trace AI is designed to analyze an entire code base, not just individual lines of code. It can understand the relationships between different parts of the code and even generate implementation plans, which could be a huge time saver for developers.
So instead of developers getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty, They can focus on the bigger picture, the
Right.
creative problem solving that makes coding so fascinating.
Exactly. And then there's Codium's Windsurf Wave 2
Hmm.
with its auto-generated memories. It's almost like giving AI a personal assistant that remembers everything, making those AI-powered coding tools even more intuitive and powerful.
It's like AI is becoming more human in a way, able to recall past conversations and experiences. That these advancements aren't just about making life easier for developers, are they?
Definitely not. Platforms like Sage's MCP Marketplace are making it incredibly easy to deploy AI applications across a wide range of devices. This kind of accessibility is going to be key in bringing the power of AI to everyone, not just a select few.
It's almost like we're witnessing the democratization of AI, with the tools and resources becoming available to anyone with an idea and the drive to make it happen.
It's not just about the tools themselves. It's about creating a culture that welcomes and supports everyone who wants to be a part of this AI revolution.
That's why initiatives like the Women in AI RRAG Hackathon are so important. They're not just showcasing cutting-edge technology, but they're also building a more inclusive and diverse AI community. It's about making sure everyone has a seat at the table as we shape the future of this incredible technology.
What strikes me is this overall sense of excitement and optimism that surrounds AI right now. People are genuinely thrilled about the possibilities, and it's contagious.
It really is. But as with any powerful technology, there are always going to be concerns.
Absolutely. We need to be mindful of the potential risks and unintended consequences of AI. That's why these conversations about ethics and responsibility are so important.
It's like we're navigating uncharted territory, and we need to be cautious and thoughtful every step of the way. But amidst all of the challenges, there's this incredible sense of possibility.
It's like we're standing at the dawn of a new era, and the future of AI is ours to shape.
Well said. Listener, we hope this deep dive has given you a glimpse into the exciting and sometimes unnerving world of AI.
Remember, the future of AI is not predetermined. It's being shaped right now by the choices we make and the actions we take.
So stay curious, stay engaged, and keep exploring the fascinating world of artificial intelligence. Until next time, keep learning and keep asking questions.